Hello, everyone. Hey, welcome back to my channel. All right, let's see what we got for you today. We got the nice classic car from the 80s that a lot of us are very familiar with, and we sure probably seen them on the roads. Probably took a cab in one of them, or even saw it in the streets, like I mentioned before. When you're in the streets, these cars were very popular back then. What we got for you right now is a 143 scale 1983 Renault 11. Now, the Renault 11 came out the same time as the Renault 9. The only difference between the Renault 9 and the Renault 11 was that Renault 9 was a sedan, a saloon, how they call it in other countries, and the Renault 11 was a hatchback. Now, they came as a two door. They also came as a four door. The one that you're looking at right now is a four door. Really classic, really nice looking cars. This is the first generation. They updated a little bit with the headlights in the front later in the year, later in the days. These cars were made in many countries because, like I said, they were very popular worldwide. Example, just to there was many different assembly lines. The main one was in France. In Spain they had one. In Taiwan they had one. In United States, because remember these cars in United States were called AMC. The brand was AMC. AMC and Renault had like a partnership. I'm not really sure exactly what they really had, but they really had like a partnership that the Renaults were sold in the um, AMC dealerships, and they were actually called Renault Encore. I think this was the Renault Encore. The alliance was the Renault 9. Don't quote me 100%, but I'm almost certain. So this is the Renault 11 again. I love the color scheme, the two-tone color, very typical of the 80s. They had that black trim in the back in a lot of the cars, but it looked cute. All right, continue with the assembly lines. They had it also in Colombia, in Argentina, which was very popular, in Turkey, and in Mexico, and also in Yugoslavia, which no longer exists. The old Yugoslavia. Really cute car. And by the way, in America, I think only in America, in the United States, they sold them also as a four door, not a four door, a two door convertible, but it was more towards the Renault 9 look. It looked like the Renault 9 convertible, but it was in the same group and everything. Really cute. Really cute. I really liked it. Very attractive. By the way, it was the Renault Encore. Encore, correct. And basically, these are four-cylinder engines. Nothing crazy. They were. Let me check and tell you exactly, more or less, the size of their engines, so you know what I'm talking about. By the way, they were made between 1981 in France. They started, and the latest they had it was in Turkey. They had it until 2000, the year 2000. So in Turkey, they extended it quite long. They really liked the car, I guess. And talk about engines, we had 1.1, which was a very basic one. They also had a turbo version, turbo. So that was a little funky sports type. They had a few engines on 1.8. They had a 1.7, 1.2, 1.4, and the turbo that I mentioned before. Really nice, guys. Really nice. Very attractive. It was very basic, but it was it was good for what people needed. It needed a small car with 4 doors, not too small either. It's not a Fiat Uno. It was bigger than the Fiat Uno. It was more like the size of the let's see, the size of the Renault no, not 19. Let's give you the different example. The Fiat Tipo, around the size of the Fiat Tipo, or the Citroen ZX, I will say. Around there, you get the point. Very attractive car, I think quite reliable. Unfortunately, not in America. You do not see them around. And if you see one already, and you got lucky, because you don't find them around no more. All right, guys, so let it go around a few times so you can have a nice look at it, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. So, what do you guys think about this car? Uh, I'm sure you probably seen them on the road, unless you're very, very young and you probably know more around where you at. But they're still rare. They're very rare to see, especially in North America. I'm not sure about Europe. I'm sure that in South America you still see them quite often because it's not a very old car. And in Latin America, cars last longer in America than North America. Here, cars are like Pampers. You use them, not Pampers, but you get the point. You use it for a couple of years, you build up the miles, and they are no longer used for nothing. In Latin America, that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. But all right, guys. So let's see. Also, have you ever drove in one of these? How comfortable were they? What do you think? Do you find them attractive? Do you like more the Renault 9? Or you like more the hatchback? I think both of them are cute. I like both of them. I gotta say it. It depends. I think I like the Renault 11 a little more. I find them a bit more attractive than the Renault 9. But I think the Renault 9 was more good for families. Maybe because it had a trunk, a bigger trunk, so you could load more stuff in it. What do you guys think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I making no sense? Alright, guys, so let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves, and goodbye. Don't forget to give me that nice thumbs up, please. I will appreciate that also. Don't forget to click and subscribe, and the bell next to the subscribe button will remind you when I'm posting more videos. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.